to another episode of Cooking with Debbie. In today's episode, we're going to make a casserole called Kugeli. It is a Lithuanian meal, and we're going to cook that for you right after this.
Hello everyone. I'm helping John today, and I just wanted to hop on and say hello, and I will hand him things or whatever. But I'm very excited about this dish. I had a friend and her husband was with, how do you say it, John? Lithuanian. And they cooked this for us one time when we first got married, and oh my gosh, it is so good. And I'm so excited about having this dish today. It's just unbelievable. John is going to help me, and we're going to help each other.
So for the ingredients for this, you will need 4 eggs, 1 cup of hot milk, salt and pepper, a half a pound of bacon, 2 large onions, and I'm going to cheat, and I'm going to use shredded hash brown potatoes. But normally you would have 10 large potatoes, and you would grate those up. So the first thing I'm going to do is start preparing the onions. But we're going to cut this stuff up, and then once it gets cut up, we're going to stick it in a skillet with butter, and we're going to brown it. I'm only going to use 1 of the 2 onions because 2 would make too much onions. So it also calls for 1 stick of butter, and we will fry the onions up in the butter that it calls for to brown the onions. And we'll let that melt here real quick.
You don't see me, guys, because I'm behind the camera.
Oh no! So I got this pan here, and this is what everything's going to go in to be mixed. And then we have our real nice fancy casserole dish that we're going to use for the first time, and that has to be oiled inside so nothing sticks. We get a thing here. Get this here butter melted. Yeah. While that is melting, I'm going to get the onions and start putting them in here. You have to bear with us. This is the first time that we are cooking this meal.
I can't wait.
So we're going to let that fry up. Take our bacon, and it says to dice it up.
Take our bacon, fry it up in a pan. Let you forget you're a man, 'cause I'm a woman.
Yeah, she's always got to do her little funny things behind the camera.
It just reminded me about that song on TV.
You know, this would probably work a lot better if I just break it up. Instead of trying to cut it. This is pre-fried. This was what was left over from our breakfast this morning.
Yeah, we had scrambled eggs and bacon. And Dylan and Ben didn't have any because they were sleeping. They sleep until afternoon.
Now when you use your milk in the recipe, it's got to be hot. So I'm going to stick it in the microwave and heat it up. And instead of having it in a saucepan. This is just basically a quick and easy way of making kugela instead of having to go through the rigmarole and trying to slice everything up. Now the person that made this for us in the past, they have a little machine that grinds up hamburger, and they would put everything through that machine and grind everything up. Now I could have used the food processor, but I thought I'd just go ahead and do everything by hand instead of dirtying up more dishes. Alright, let's check on the So here we are with the onions browned, and once that happens, then you will add them to the potatoes. Okay, we have added the potatoes, the onions. We're going to add the bacon.
Oh yeah, you said you didn't want me to film like this, right? Straight up?
Yeah, you got to do it like this.
Sorry guys.
There you go.
Sorry guys.
So, yeah. And the recipe says to stir that all in, and then stir in your pepper. So with a shake, 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 shake.
Shake your booty. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake
And then we'll put some salt in there. I guess I probably should have used the pink salt instead of regular salt. Actually,
I like
what this is
Himalayan. Oh no.
This is kosher salt, is what this is.
Why would you use kosher salt, John?
Well, that's all we have.
Nuh-uh. We got the pink salt.
And then here is the milk. Pour the milk in there. And I'm going to have to get a bowl anyway, because you are to ground up the eggs.
Ground up the eggs?
Oh, you know what I mean. Mix them up.
I was going to say...
We're going to ground them up. With the egg.
Ground them up. Really, John?
Beat them. We're gonna beat them up. I was just trying to be nice, but you know, now you made me have to say beat. So we're gonna beat the eggs. And we're gonna beat them silly.
You could have said scrambled, or
so
I don't know.
Four eggs in there, and let me find the scrambler here. There's my scrambler right there.
That's the beater.
Duh.
And here we are scrambling, beating, pulverizing,
Grounding, as you said.
grounding the eggs. Oh, and then I got to set the oven for 350 degrees. So we'll get that going while we're getting this all stirred up. Get this in the shot here.
Isn't that my grandma's old pan?
No, I think this came from my mother. So we have the potatoes, the bacon, the butter, the onions, the eggs, the hot milk, and salt and pepper all in here. And here's the mixture here, and there's the mixture there. Now we're going to get some spray, and we are going to spray the inside of this real good.
Spray it real good.
There it is. All right, this is all mixed up. Get a few more turns here just to make sure, because it says to stir well.
I hope I didn't get in the way of the other camera.
And here we are putting it in here. I really thought it was going to make more than you see, but guess I was wrong.
Now, John, can I ask you something? Could you put cheese in this? Like shredded cheese, like a layered on the top or something?
You probably could.
Because I think it would be so good with cheese in it.
I don't think we've ever had it with cheese, but
please, 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 I want cheese. Please, 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 I want cheese.
But I don't know how well, because we have to cook this for an hour, and it says an hour and a quarter to an hour and a half. So I don't know how well the cheese would mix, you know, will cook in there for that long.
On my phone.
So, and there I am out of the shot. Here we go. There you have it. All we got to do is wait for the oven to heat up, and you will cook this for about an hour and a half, I would say. So here is the finished product right here, and we're going to do a taste test. Smells good.
That's mine.
It's probably really, really hot. So
see, that's what I was afraid of.
it just came out of the oven.
Is it hot?
A little bit.
It's hot.
But it's really good. You taste the potatoes and the bacon and a little bit of the onion. It's not an overbearing taste of the onion, but yeah, you can taste the potatoes and the bacon more than anything. So
okay, now I'm gonna try it. It is hot. Oh, oh, oh. It is good, but it needs something. Like ketchup.
yeah, ketchup, or if you like sour cream, you can probably put some sour cream on it.
Yeah. This is good.
Of course, you would make this and serve other foods with it, but yeah, it's really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I will leave a description of everything that I did in the description area. So yeah, if you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, and we'll try to get more for you. Until then, we'll see you.